Man, I personally think one of them got to go to the bench for it to work. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be Harden, whether it be Westbrook, one of them got to go to the bench because the chemistry ain't there. They ain't had time to practice, and they ain't gonna have time to practice. But I think if one of them can just say they want to win, right?
Right.
Are they willing to do what it take to win? If somebody say Harden, you go to the bench, or Westbrook, you go to the bench, you think they're gonna be like, they're gonna not have an attitude or the ego not gonna get involved? See, that's the part I don't know. So that's what I would say, because they are older, dude. They getting ran by younger teams, and the defense ain't there. The defensive chemistry is not there.
Yeah.
So
on top of Kawhi don't look like he all the way Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? And
man, versus the Lakers, Kawhi was looking like Kawhi.
Man, the Lakers.
And then they traded. They made the trade.
I get it, but and then too, I'm following what you're saying. They look a little slow, Lord. Like when I'm watching them, they look slow. And then on top of it, I'm just waiting on the alpha of the alphas to step up and say, okay, this is what we're doing. Bro, we ain't heard no players only me. We ain't heard, I mean, it's 5 games. I'm not actually putting everything into equity into 5 games. Right. I'm not doing that, right? And then it's not fair for us to just think that, just because they got a superstar player, just got a player of caliber of James Harden, that they was going to go from A to B. I got that, right? But I'm feeling what you're saying. I don't see that it. When Dame and Giannis got together, I saw that it. Now I didn't say that it was going to be perfect or they was going to come out the box, but I saw the it. When I watched the Celtics, I see the it. Yeah. I see the it.
Yeah.
I'm seeing how, man, Tatum is, he ain't puffing, but I see the it. I do not see the it with these 4 people.
Well, ain't nobody stepping up and being the
alpha, the leader.
I'm the guy. It's Kawhi. It's Kawhi.
That's not his personality.
But that's not his personality. But as far as we talking about game-wise?
So Westbrook's personality seems to be a little more the alpha of everybody, right?
Yeah, but he don't have their game.
He don't. And this the Clippers, bro.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. This is Kawhi and Paul George's team.
Yeah.
I see Paul George trying to step up. I feel like he's pushing that. Like, yeah, I'm like when I watched him against the Nuggets, he was out my mom out here. I'm gonna go ahead and initiate. He was on both ends, Pete. Right. He was active. I don't know if everybody's following suit with that. I like James off the bench, if I'm being honest. Let James come in with that second group and be James.
And be James.
He showed some flashes.
Yeah.
He ain't all the way but I'm watching. My thing is, bro, everybody is on this kid like he is like toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. Like I get it. We expect. Look at Milwaukee. Milwaukee's not what we. Man, chemistry, bro. What I'm trying to get at is chemistry is the biggest X factor that never gets put into the reality of it.
Yeah.
Chemistry, man. People think just because you put ingredients in here and grandma told you do it like this and to put it on here and I put the eye on it ain't gonna taste like grandma.
Nah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Nah.
Like that, it's chemistry, bro. You gotta, grandma hand, she whip it. She whip it.
Right.
You watch grandma cook? Man, go in there and watch grandma cook. Grandma wrist work. Her whole ain't talking to you.
You ain't giving it the middle.
Yeah, they ain't doing that. Hey, babe. Yeah. Man, chemistry, man. You can't just wake up and think because you got some talent, chemistry going all. Nah,
real,
bro.
that's real.
And that's disrespectful to the league and the talent that's in the league. The West has not only gotten better, but you gotta have pieces. Now I give credit with this. The Clippers went out and got another player that you gotta I gotta get to the corner. Like that.
Yeah.
Talent is where it's going, bro. That's my point. And I feel like at some point, since Westbrook is the dopest one, that out of all of them could be the bigger person, I'm not picking one of them to say it, but somebody's gonna have to step up and go,
take a step back.
Take a step back, but be the voice. Like, this is what we're doing. And this is direction. You know how I go, Pete, behind the closed doors, man. I don't care how much you play. I don't care how much you A, B, and C, bro. When you get behind closed doors, you making all the bread. You making all the commercials. You got all the shoe deals, bro. When you lose, you still go home with that stink. And you still go home and you got to look in the mirror. That's what I'm saying. After 2-3 wins, bro, you know how it go, bro. You ain't sleeping. You ain't feeling good, P. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm waiting on somebody to step up and go, okay, enough is enough. I think the alpha of the alphas need to step up. That's what I'm saying.
It gotta, like Westbrook could step up and be the bigger man and be like, look, But look, you saying Harden, you want Harden to be Harden. Harden, I don't need Harden to be Harden with
No,
them.
that's over. That's done. We need to quit saying that.
So that's what
over.
I'm saying.
That
So
expectation
what
is
do you
over.
need Harden to give this team?
I need Harden to come in with the second group with him and Bones and run the second group. And then that needs to be effective. Then every now and then I can put Kawhi in, I can put Paul George in, I can put Westbrook in that, and then boom, back with my 5.
So then, like, all right, end the game.
Oh no, in the game here in the fourth quarter, you got it. Because James Harden can still make a 3. He
Right.
can still come down and give you some candy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't like off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
And he ain't in no rhythm.
I just say give it some time. Right now, it don't look right.
That shit coming.
But
though.
like you want to
shit
give
coming.
it some time. You don't want to rush to conclusion. Like you said, like Dame and Giannis still trying to figure it out.
They come.
You
The
know,
Clippers
ain't
are
nobody
gonna be-
talking about that. You know, so let's give this some time. And
Right.
see, they look good versus Denver. They look better versus Denver. So I'm gonna give it some time.
Yeah,
You know,
got to.
once you give them about 20 games, then I'm gonna make a fair assessment.
You got to.
20 games is my fair assessment.
Bro hasn't had a training camp.
No, right.
And he's with a brand new whole team system, words,
fly.
the whole everything, bro. Y'all don't know the NBA system, bro. You got a whole binder like this that at the random coach might ask you anything, and you got to know what that saying is, or when I'm in the pick and roll.
But you know what, Tiki,
All that
like
is
think
serious,
about this
though.
though. When you look at like contending teams with a lot of talent on it, it's like different players do different things. You know what I'm saying? Like me, you, and Ray did different things on the court. That's why it worked. Klay Thompson and Steph and Draymond, they do different things that make it work. I feel like with the Clips, they all kind of do the same kind of thing.
All dominant guys.
Yeah. So that's why it's kind of like they getting each other way.
Evaluated.
They getting each other way. So it's like if they, you know, it's not like Kawhi's a spot-up shooter and Westbrook is a assist guard attack. And James, you know, they all kind of similar. So if you all your players are similar and you do similar things and you want the ball and you ball dominant, how's that gonna work? Like none of them setting screens, none of them diving for loose balls, none of them is running the break for layups. You know what I'm saying?
Did the Clippers give away all they hustle?
They ain't got no hustle. That's what it is. They hustle gone.
Batum, what's
Covington,
Covington?
they gave
He
away
was
their
saying-
hustle.
More KJ, man, listen, that's all your energy.
That's your hustle.
That's your young. That's
That's
your
the
youth.
stuff. Now they need to do that. What they did, but they superstars and they not doing that.
Do you consider bringing Cousins? I know they talking about Tice on the buyout. Like the Clippers are small too. That's another thing too, P. I watched Kawhi play the 4 last night, and he did not look comfortable.
Man said that.
He did not. No. I'm just saying. You remember I was like, Kawhi played the 4 and 3.
Yeah, it's about positions on the court. You know,
Yeah.
when he at the 4,
No.
you know, he
Yeah.
it's like that ain't his position to where he gonna be on the
No.
block area or in the corner. Or
I'm just saying I don't even think he was able to affect that. Like, you know how usually Kawhi plays somebody, you see the effects of that. Like, I didn't see those.
there's no room out there, bro.
It isn't, and it looks, yeah. But they small is my point. Do you bring in a big? Do you bring in, I mean, you got Zubac playing, obviously, major minutes at 5. Plumlee.
Plumlee gone for a while. You got to try to bring in another big because right
Got
now
to.
PJ Tucker is logging a lot of minutes at the 5, and it's got him undersized. They need some size because they're having trouble with rebounding and defense at the rim. So if they can find somebody, Cousins is not available. Cousins, I think he's been blackballed, man. You know, how you don't get a chance? Dwight Howard, you know, they not bringing in these old guys no more, you know, in the
It's
league.
over.
So,
Over.
yeah. So
They say Tice might get bought out of the Indiana stuff. That might
they
be
better
a good
look
fit.
into that. But
That'd be a
it's
good
other.
fit.
It's a lot of teams that's gonna be lobbying for his services. You know, the Celtics is in the market for him too. So it'd be interesting to see what they do because right now Clippers is on the outside looking in. They're not even in the playoff. They're not even in the play-in. And so I don't know what you do at this point. It's like
Does it get better
if this don't get better,
in the 20 games you're talking about?
if it don't get better in the 20 games, you can see the Clippers blowing this thing up after this year. You can see
Damn.
them.
Bro, you
I
ain't
can
even
really.
did a year. You just got it. Bro, you went to PCH and pulled up next to some and it blew you out. You taking the joint back, you just got it. You just jumped on the road.
It's up to the players
Like-
once they have player options, and then Harden would be a free agent in the offseason.
That's what I'm
So it's kind of
saying.
them
But
too.
look, if you don't get that extension, it's a player option. If you don't get that extension, I'm looking to come in. If this don't work, I'm looking to come into the Intuit Dawn with some new energy. You know, they don't got no draft picks, so I'm trying to. If this don't work out, I'm looking to get off trade for some value for some of these players. PG, Kawhi, whatever I got to do, that's time for me to trade for some value if this don't work out this year.
It's too much talent.
Bring in some young energy and rebuild. Like I rebuild a new stadium, I'm coming with new players. I mean, that's just the fact of the reality. I'm tired of singing the same damn song with the Clippers. They bringing in all this talent and keep coming up short, whether due to injury or
the West being better.
Chemistry, the West getting better.
Right,
just
the
so
West
many
better.
things that come. It's just time to start this thing all over in the new arena if this don't work out.
That's that new jack, man. You got to stay with it, man. You got to stay with it. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that this is going to be bad for those guys are not players, bro. I get it. The West is better.
They're getting older.
I get it, but yeah.
They're getting older,
I
dog.
wouldn't
How
get
old
off it.
is
They're all 32, 35, 33.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What we doing right now? Like, they gave away Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. They mortgaged their future for the win now. So if they not winning now, then it's going to be time to move on.
I don't think you get off it that fast, but, players
If you
are
don't
gonna-
make the playoffs, you got to get off.
I think that's early. Again, I'm not giving 5 games on the assessment. I'm going to wait till we get to 20 games.
After this year, if it don't work out, if they don't make the playoffs.
20 games. Come back to this. We're going to assess this in 20 games.
Yeah, for sure.